Bros. This is some bullshit. I have never seen a king gambit in Ubers ever. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to pull up on him. I'm about to run up on him. And I run into the first King's Gambit team, but not only that, this dude has a Great Tusk and an Arceus ground, and I'm Terrifier. Can't make this stuff up, my friends. My friends, you cannot make this stuff up. So we're gonna have to figure this thing out. That's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to figure this thing out. A Terra ground, Terra fire. Is that the Terra I want? What do I feel like Terra grass would give me more case? Well, if we're not versus Koraidon. Forget, is there another water? I could see water being beneficial to water. Let me see. Actually like water more. I like water more. Let's try Terra water. It's been a minute since we've seen Terra water Gambit. But anyway, bro almost has a mirror team. I do have T-Spikes. I mean spikes. Eternatus is deadly. It's absolutely. But yeah. So bro led something that can't deal with. This is some bullshit. I was literally about to say rule number 1 of leading is never lead something you can't guard against. Then again, I could have scouted that. Oh, that wasn't the best play. I saw my my thing go up first, so I assumed I was faster. And if I was faster, I'd have the edge. He saw it go up second and risked it. He won the tie, but that gave me a lot of data. You know how it is. We got a lot of data from that. That lets me know this guy's the type of guy that would go for Dragon Claw in that situation and get clapped. Because if I Draco'd, he was dead. And Raiden would destroy his team. It's not something that'll lose me the game. In fact, this Arceus Fairy is going to be a menace. Particularly Corviknight plus Fairy. What is my moveset? Oh, his body press. So Gambit is no match for me. Gambit is nothing to me. No match. Because the only things that are forcing this out is Eternatus and Gambit. Once I get my hazards going, I don't have any spin blockage though. I gotta be careful. Obviously it's choice scarfed. This is a relatively free Terra Fairy, but I mean, you know what it's called? That fairy move. But yeah, giving up Raiden, which wasn't really giving it up. But yeah, I was coughing. Okay. Bro got shook. Bro thought it was that iron defense. I think if I was a calm mindset, if I was my typical iron defense calm mindset, bro would get thrashed right there. It's absolutely thrashed. But yeah, so we won that one. We're gonna take our lessons there. I think he had to go. I don't think he actually forfeited there. Very weak to T-Spikes or toxic. Eternatus happen to be toxic in this case. But Gambino, Dirge might be a worthy case. That's why it's Terra Fire for fucking Skeledirge. You can see water being more beneficial, right? I know I'm about to break the Uber rules here. Actually, I don't know. Let me see. I think I had a team with a Dirge once. Let me see if they run any speed. They don't. So how much do I need? 68. I know it's blasphemy to run this much speed on Gambit. But since I'm Terra Water, I'm running into these cases that I'll probably never run into again. But anyway, very similar situation to the last one. We're going to, let's see. Oh, he's definitely choice Scarfo. But that's good because that baits him too. I could do the thing that the last guy did to me, which is risk the tie. He doesn't even go like, so he stayed in the U-turn when he could have lost the tie and died. I'm not Spadef, so I just realized how weak to this I am. So if he ice beams, I'm finished, especially for how good Eternatus is. It's choice scarf, spout. We have to recover here to ensure that we can handle this beast moving forward, because Tinglu is coming in. Tinglu is a non-factor, as I have the Corvinado to shut him down, you know. I'm gonna roost. I'm gonna pay this patiently, you know. As he spikes, it's fine. It's a waste of time, you know. Gonna pressure stall. Okay, let's stall out them spikes. Let's do it. Ruination has very little PP left. He's stalling out a lot of my roost though. Okay, so that's the route we going. All right, let you use up your ruinations. good exchange there for him. Raiden can come out. It won't knock out my Raiden even if you were to ice beam. Plus, yeah. As long as I don't get frozen, I have the edge. I get the leverage on the looting because I'm gonna eat him with this Draco meter. I'm about to eat him. We about to eat him later on with these Draco meters. I'm telling you, we finna eat. We finna eat good, ladies and gentlemen. So now I know the Kyogre is packing the beam of ice. He wanted smoke with my Eternatus. Without the rain turns, he's no match for the boy. I don't think he'll beam, but so be it if he does. Yeah, I don't think so. And then with the turn of rain gone, I can toxic freely here. Because the Tinglu is feeling himself a little too much. Tusk is amazing. I love it. I love it. Now he's going to double back to Kyogre. So what I'll do here is go Arceus. I actually didn't expect. Did not expect knockoff there. Anticipated my. This is phenomenal. This is a phenomenal sequence of events. As this allows for me to taunt. Torch Song is the play of option, as this allows for me to recover. I've shown Toxic, he wants no smoke with Toxic, though Tinglu should come out. I asked for Tusk, which I didn't expect, but Tusk's asked for Rapid Spin, which is fine. We'll get the Rocky Helmet damage, a U-turn. If he wants to commit to the Tusk staying in, the Tusk is going to be pretty much dead, which opens up my Gambit. As I said, this is nonsense. Why am I staring down a motherfucking Gambit? Huh? So, leverage wise, I get to Toxic here if he goes to the Great Tusk. I could see him going Tusk, then going Tinglu afterwards to cover for the do I cannon hard? No, I'll Toxic hard. If he goes hard, Tinglu should pre-position in the Tinglu now, but that's why I wanted the cannon hard, but because I just killed the Tusk. But he repositions into Kyogre, which I do not mind. So we're gonna do is recover first to see what his initial play is gonna be. Ice Beam is no problemo, as the Gambino is in. He knows once that boy is in. That boy is in. You know, it sounded sus, but make it work. So yeah, we just rock spam. This is probably a rocker as well. Dirge is a non-factor. Eternatus here as he opts for the Song of the Torch. And this is where we Toxic here every time. Tusk, now that it rocks up, I don't care about the Tusk. Kyogre taking the 65% means it's Dynamax, not Dynamax cannon, it's water spouts are no longer as valuable, and you can't even get rid of these bands, right? So yeah, the Draco Meteor is getting more and more sexy by the turn, as well as my Gambit. My Gambit is getting sexier by the turn. Bro, I've never seen a King Gambit. That's a lot of HP though, boy. I'm giving up a lot of HP to be faster than a pesky Dirge. We'll survive. I will survive. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get blitzed. I don't care. Arceus is literally here for this. If he U-turns, what's the matchup? What? Little Skeledirge? Your little Skeledirge gonna do something to me? Nothing. Skeledirge do nothing to me. I could Terra this, but Terra Water Gambit's I think more significant. Oh, bro, really went for the scum strats. Scum strats. Unacceptable, brother. Unacceptable. Unacceptable! So, Tinglu should rear its ugly head, and that's it. That's it, because he knows I shan't allow him to. The Ruination, I see. I shan't allow. Let me think. Actually, it's fairly low value for me, low risk for me. In wanting to spike, because now me getting up the spike means this game's over. Like, so if you want to trade hazards, yeah, Corviknight is probably one of the worst things, but his team gets punished heavily. Two reasons. If he's Choice Scarf, because as I said, Draco Meteor, I just Draco 10 times and I win the game. In fact, I just Dragon Pulse 10 times, I win this game. Here we always just U-turn. I don't need this, plus Electro Drift is unlikely. Yeah, so he goes for agility. We still Lu. Lu eats any one hit and whirlwinds. Pulse is all you got. That all his life. I'm like, why the fuck did that do so much to me? Unacceptable. So now we just Electro Drift, especially because this is in. Especially if he tries to key U-turning, we're gonna punish those. No, we're Electro Drift sweeping, bro. Here, boy. We're U-turning again. Z Pulse is lovely. Unfortunately, the hazards are here to stay. And I have 2 turns of terrain. I don't want to use up my terrain, but this shit is too dangerous. So what I'll do is I'll Electro Drift, lowering his Koraidon, because I'm out of terrain. I actually thought it said 2. Okay, he doesn't know I'm Scarf. Which, you know, Kyogre was always the play, right? You wanna, if you were Scarf, then you get some leverage, but if not, then you get nothing out of the turn. So Gambit did a little something there. You know, we always have a good time. Uber's that live of the week where, you know, we just, and it's always been that historically for me. Uber's just like a restoration for me, because there was a point in time where I played lower tiers like throughout the channel, meaning like it wasn't just OU and Uber. And I am considering bringing that back to some capacity. I don't know, like a road. It'd have to be something serious. Or a collaboration road. So, you know, me and Joey historically have done those. I remember the RU one I did. I was thinking about that the other day. The academy is about to be 4 years old. 4 years since I got hacked. Isn't that crazy? Late 2019. I remember the Thanksgiving. The next day, I went on. What was it? I think I tried to, you know, it was crazy. That's why, you know, you just never know, man. At that time, it was the beginning of Sword and Shield. I have never gotten that many views in my life. I mean, a video was getting like 30K views, right? My subscribers were skyrocketing. It was truly the peak of that old channel, and you could see the trajectory was coming. Had that continued the way I thought it would, I'd probably be it. It's not, I don't think it'd be off to say I'd be near 100K. Just based on the trajectory, because that's 4 years going in that direction. Like, we were really like doubling down on mods at the time. Because the academy is, you know, I haven't really taken it seriously beyond the products and the like actual information that I want to share. And that's what the university, which was the previous channel, was gonna do, right? It was gonna be like a final chapter, because at the time, you know, it's just silly to think now, foolish of me. At the time, you know, I was one of the best. There were times where I was the best, there were times where I was one of, meaning other people, and there were times where they're like indisputable. One of the best OU players at the time, when I really had the time to focus. That's why I don't do tours anymore. It's just not on the top of my priority list. for how much time it would take to truly train to beat these players who are like focused, right? Like I don't want to discredit them, so like I'd have to really lock in and focus myself before I expect to beat them. And so if that's going to be the case, the type of time that would require, I'm just not, I don't care about the end game. We've been there, done that. But the type of time it would require is just not worth it for me at this point in the game. So more interested in the other guys coming up and getting what they want. But we'll get to that in a bit. Very strange team. You guys has some points, so there might be something to this. Okay, let's see if I'm right in this. What I'm staring at. E-Killer is interesting. I know at times they run this E-Killer isn't that interesting. It's actually very dangerous for me. Okay. Do you have taunt? Because Corviknight would check this under normal circumstances. And Basket Legion is a horrible mind to have in. But actually kind of good the first. Because he'll take a lot of recoil if he wave crashes. And he won't to a KO. Whoa. Oh, adaptability. Bask. Gotcha. Okay. Getting clapped. Not really. There's nothing that's happened thus far that, because if you look at his team, his healing wish, I mean his revival blessing is a factor that I want to account for. I think he might have some trick room aspect to this team, which makes me want to well then and if that's the case, there is a trick room aspect to this team. Okay, so he drifts, he's orb. Wow, that did a lot to not be orb. Interesting. Probably Draco's here. Nah, there's no way. You can't risk that. I'll EQ. The Hatterene might be. He actually left it in. I actually expected him to, I guess because he has revival blessing, that's the angle he's going with this. If that's the route if that's what he opts for afterwards, I'll just because he does have I believe Whirlwind. What's the priority on that? If he were to Trick Room, I can't Whirlwind him out. That's not how that works. So this is gonna be interesting because I need the hazards, but at the same time I figured there's a Trick Room element. I'm actually mad fast. I don't know what to expect from this. Okay, so I get the +1 Healing Wish. There's nothing you can Healing Wish to that. Oh, you get clapped. 1, 2, 3. He technically could be slower than me, but I'm about to Terra Water. I don't have any Fallen. It's Terra Fighting, but he's slower than me. Terra Blast, Terra Fighting. Okay, I'm faster though. Kind of annoying because I lost a lot of health, but I have one more turn to Trick Room and I don't have any Fallen. But he's lost a lot of mods. Bro has lost half his team. I don't even know. Like, I mean, I know how I'm winning the game, but it doesn't feel like I'm winning the game because some little bullshit's gonna come my way, and this fucking E-Killer is gonna try to have his way. And as I said, I don't have the boost any longer. Sheesh. He's already terrored, which is blessed. Oh, excellent. If he has recover, then I'd assume body press would do enough. Doesn't seem to have it. E-speed did. There's no way Eternatus is down to E-speed unless this is. Oh, he can't Terra. Right. I remembered this time. So flamethrower here. It is concerning about his Rabaska coming in. Revival blessing. But I believe flamethrower will 2 KO this thing. It is super effective, and I do have 326. That's big damage. It just depends on what he decides to bring back. Oh, it's TR. Can't bring back Legion because he loses his Terra type. Okay, so he psychics. Do I regret nothing? Nah, I don't regret anything. Can't knock this out. If he revival blessings, I kill him. I've fallen 2 this time though. Right. Just in case he has Lepa Berry. So let's see who wants smoke from this gambit. Because that fallen 2 under Trick Room is no joke. Especially because I'm not a fighting type. No more. No more. And if it's not a ground type, Miraidon is finna wash. It's probably Terra Halucha, but that means nothing in the face of a full health Miraidon. But as I was saying, man, you know, getting hacked, right? You know, at the time, I remember just enjoying the game to such. I was just in a thrill of uploading at the time that I started back I built the academy or started this channel. Maybe I think it happened. What do you bring back, Arceus? I'm glad to see Arceus. Actually, not. I don't think he can one-shot Miraidon, which is big. He's gonna SD. Katao, not falling to Katao isn't killing. How much is that? Still Arceus. 102 is nothing. Interesting. He just gave me extra health. I don't know why. Indoor. Interesting. And the Swords Dance. I do need to kill this. I need to predict this. He does. Thing about Gambit is because it's so bulky. There's no way you're just knocking out my Gambit with extreme speed at 91%. I'm a motherfucking king of Gambit. But yeah, when I got hacked on the secrets, when I got hacked, like, we are still King Gambit. We are Gambit. Let's not get this shit fucked up now. You know, at the time, I didn't think much of it. I think partly because I just thought I'd get my channel back quickly. Back then, it was the most money I've ever made on YouTube. I mean, just it was like everything was finally going up, and then it got hacked. Never got the money. The guy fucked the channel up. And at that time, I think the academy had gotten to like 6,000 subscribers or 7,000 from Joey and Blunder notifying everyone. You know, at that time I was reaching near 20,000 almost. I was maybe 17,000 at the time. And then the Discord started from there. And that's when I really heavily started to lock in on the training, particularly at that point there was no Discord. You could not contact me. I'd be very engaged in the comment section or on Smog Tour. Well, maybe not Smog Tour at that time. Now it's funny, we talked about we won't face certain things again. Now I can go harder with my Gambit because the Skeledirge, I have the speed. So this matchup did come again, but I think he learned his lesson from the last game, and I learned a lot as well. So phase 1 is going to involve the Arceus. Actually, I didn't learn my lessons. Clearly, I let Arceus instead of Miraidon. Okay, interesting. He wants to paralyze my Eternatus. This is funny to me. Um, if he spikes, so be it. It's not something I want. But the rocks has more long-term value to me than him taunting and going me taunting and him going Kyogre. I get absolutely no value. If he spikes and stays in, I get a lot, right? And Dirge upon wisping my because the thing is the Spryzy Torch song was like the Eternatus is coming in. I'm gonna judge me here. He's gonna no, it doesn't switch out. Okay, so he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. Very interesting. I say that because Eternatus fucks you, right? Like you don't want to ever give it free switches. Like we've already gone over this. We've gone over this, right? So you go for you went for knockoff. That's rough. Can't be giving this guy free switches now, right? Especially because you can't even go for slack off because I'm gonna just taunt you. And you're forced to go for. Actually, should have Dynamax Cannon there. The Dynamax Cannon there. Wonder if this had rocks. If it does, then I eat Arceus. So I'm riding. Interesting. Interesting. I think this was the Terra Fairy. Is that the other guy? But anyway, as we were talking about the you might wisp my Miraidon here. I mean my whatever, but I don't have a choice. You Terra Fairies and wisps. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Actually, Toxic is the play here. She recovers the player. Covers the player. If Tinglu comes in, I don't like it, but they Terra Fairies this, which means it's even further Gambit fodder, as if that wasn't already the case. Koraidon is insane. Koraidon is an insane decision. I wanted it weekend for Gambit too, so it commits to the Blitz, which I don't mind. I figured he would at some point. I could switch, but it's too much of a gamble for the opponent. Plus, I'm getting the value I want. Tinglu might come in now. I'll do. It's control the hazards. Rocks don't matter as much as I said. It's defense. Tinglu has to take Spike plus Dynamax Cannon if he wants to house for that, but Tusk is gone. But yeah, and getting hacked, you know, all the things that I care about most were born after that, as far as the Mons scene is concerned. Like the things I'm coming out with towards the end of this year is like nothing you guys have ever received before from anyone, as far as like getting better at the game. And you know, reflecting back, I'm like, you know, you just never know. While inherently I knew, or instinctively I should say, I knew, or intuitively maybe, I knew that somehow this was gonna be all right. Like, I don't mean that in a cheesy way, but you know, I figured he'd turn there. I mean, he'd Earthquake there, not wanting Marcius Fairy to come in. But somehow I just could tell that I'll risk the Arceus here because I won't lose if he goes for EQ again. That takes some balls. Let's wrap this up. Even if you were to EQ. Because you're gonna get well, I guess I can't Miraidon him because he Terra Fairied. So I can't just Dragon Pulse clap. Though, as I said, the Gambit is still the Gambit. So I'll do is SD and yeah. That's just the way the game cookie's gonna crumble. See, I doubt I'd do 26. I don't need to. Oh, I did. Okay, so he doesn't even get to get spikes up. But you never know in that moment, because I remember a lot of people commenting on how I came back from that. But truth be told, mean, looking back, because we're talking my 23-year-old self, right? You know, I look back with a lot of respect for that guy. Because that took some balls to handle it the way he did. A lot of balls to handle it the way he did. Though I don't think at the time I considered it. I mean, I definitely didn't think about it in that way at the time. Right. Yeah, major kudos. It's better to Katao straight up here, actually. Writing comes in Blitz is hard. But Terra. Good CC, but I don't think that mattered that much. I'll go Corviknight because I actually prefer double down. Yeah. Because Corviknight is useless versus everything else. Whereas now, this allows for me to go to Miraidon, Astro Kyogre. It's interesting. Just seals the deal. He dirges. Well, now it's definitely finished. Stinglu can't be beat. And if this is Specs, then I don't remember if this is the guy that had the Terra Fairy, or if this was the other guy. It's fine. I can imagine this being incredibly frustrating for the opponent. I'm surprised you Origin Pulse, considering like that's essentially Miraidon fodder. But yeah, a lot of respect for my younger self for how he handled that, because, you know, looking back, true like optimism on a level that, I mean, we'd already been discussing the growth mindset. I mean, at that point the book was already written, and I mean what you guys are gonna get next makes that book look like, you know, a kindergarten's book. But from a mindset standpoint, I really have to go like, man, you know, like I was truly a throwing the towel at the peak. I mean, at that, like, imagine putting in, God knows how long I had that channel. It's 8 years, 7 years, maybe 6 years at that point. And then all of it gone at the peak of your growth. When things were really starting to take off, you got to go back to ground zero and to not stop uploading and start back 2 days later, a new channel. I mean, that's craziness. So I knew I had a mission to complete here, and I still feel that way. You know, I talked about it a bit in the previous videos. You've noticed a lot of the posts. I'm gonna make getting into competitive Pokemon simple, and then when that mission is complete, then I can leave this game in peace. But until then, don't keep it coming, baby. And again, a lot more to come. Love y'all, and I'll see you in the next one.